Welcome to Same Cast, Different Day podcast. Once again, I'm your host, MARTEL ROWLAND, and I'm here with my co-host, Crystal B, aka Claire B. And I'm not going to go into the rest of it because you already know what's going to happen.
10 million other names. I'm just Crystal B, dude. Just get Crystal B. We're going to go with Crystal B.
Well, we ain't going to go into the rest of it.
Because that's just too crazy. It's just too crazy.
Yeah, because the other day I did the TikTok promo. I screwed it up bad.
Yeah, I gotta duet that one too. Gotta duet that TikTok one. All right, so this evening we're actually gonna be talking about. Martel and I are gonna be talking about this evening is the 2010s TV shows.
Yay, we made it to the final part of the tournament.
So we were at the end of it, and we finally came to the point of. Now, here's all the new shows, but they're not just on your regular TV shows.
Right.
Your streaming services, again, that would have them. We don't ever get into details as to those streaming services. That's all private information, but we are always, willing to tell everybody that, hey, by the way, here's how it breaks down.
And make sure that you. I'm on the wrong part. I'm sorry, everybody. It's the wine. I'm sorry. By the time this episode come out, I hope everyone had a happy 4th of July because 4th of July should have passed this past Sunday. So this episode should be coming out right after the 4th of July. So I hope everyone had a happy 4th of July.
Yay, 4th of July. Woo! Fireworks and lights outside now. There we go.
But since it's July when this episode come out, it's Christmas in July.
There it is. And so for Martel, it is officially. What's your statement, Martel?
The power of the Christmas tree.
There we go. I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let somebody else say it.
Oh yeah, definitely the power of the Christmas tree. So this is part 4 of the TV tournament. So let's get this thing started. I believe Claire has the brackets.
All right, let's go. Here we go. All right, so here we go. So the first one starts out with men of a certain age versus new girls.
Men of a certain age was hilarious, but I think I'm gonna have to go with New Girls. I remember New Girls more than Men of a Certain Age.
I watched the Men of a Certain Age. It was okay. Again, it just
like it had a few ha-has in there.
Yeah, I think New Girl was definitely win. So definitely that goes for the win. So the next one we have is Parenthood versus Mr. Robot.
Oh crap! I don't even remember what Parenthood was about, but I do enjoy Mr. Robot. I didn't finish the series, but what I did see of the series, I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Robot.
So I didn't see Mr. Robot. I did see Parenthood, but I heard some people say that actually it's a pretty decent setup. It was a pretty decent. It was pretty decent TV show. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't know the logistics behind it, but I'm gonna go with Mr. Robot. Even though I did like Parenthood, I did like it.
What was Parenthood even about? Like, what was? I don't remember Parenthood.
So Parenthood, I believe there's one on the streaming services. I believe that was about. It was more or less like a comedy about parents, and more or less like single parents, and trying to.
Oh, that show.
Trying like they did all their normal activities, take the kids to school. And
okay, I was thinking of that show. Like I was thinking like it was like this show. This Is Us. Oh. When they with a whole bunch of crying and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking that it was about.
Yep, and so that actually was not it. So,
oh well, yeah. Well, good thing I voted for Mr. Robot then.
So Mr. Robot takes the win. There we go.
Yep. Woo!
All right. So the next two we have is Pose versus Keen and Peele.
Pose versus Keen and Peele.
Key and Peele.
Oh, Key and Peele. Oh,
I'm going to say right. The guy is that wrong.
I cannot. I think I'm gonna have to go with Pose because I don't remember ever watching the other show, Ken and Peele. Pelican. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever the hell his name is.
Key and Peele.
Yeah, I don't remember actually watching that, so I think I'm gonna have to go with the other one. I can't remember.
It was Pose.
Yeah, Pose. There we go.
All right, so
this happens when you 3 glasses in.
So because we got to tie up and nobody's in any of the rooms that we're in that's in Alive, we're gonna have to, I guess, draw straws on this one, or
oh, you voted for Ken and Pale?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, Key and Peele. So
we can flip a coin.
So let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. How about this? I didn't see Pose, but I heard a little bit about it, so I'm going to take my vote from Key and Peele and put it over to Pose. We're going to do it that way.
Or we could have flipped a coin.
Yeah, we could have done that. I mean, if you all still flip the coin, if you all flip the coin, we can still do that if you want to do that. But
I mean, you already changed your vote, so
that's fine. That's fine. All right, the next one we have is The Good Place versus Empire.
The Good Place versus Empire?
Yep.
Okay, so the final season of Empire was straight trash, but everything else leading up to that was okay, pretty good. So A Good Place, what was A Good Place about?
That was with Kristen Bell, and it was the gentleman from...
I've never watched that show.
It was a great show. I loved it. That's the guy from Cheers. He's one of the guys that was a bartender from Cheers.
I'm going to go with Empire.
Okay, so we're at to flip a coin on that one?
Yeah, we're going to have to... Oh, we have a viewer. Whatever viewer that's watching, would you prefer Empire or A Good Place? Oh, TV shows. We need somebody help whoever's watching. Good Empire or A Good Place. I'm so too wasted for this.
It's so good. It's fine. I should give myself some water. I'm yawning. I need some water.
I don't know why I don't know if they commented or not. Where's my comments at? Am I? Okay, yep, it's still there. I don't know. So up they disappeared. So I guess we're gonna have to flip a coin then.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Flip a coin. All right. So I better get a coin out here and go.
Oh, I guess oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, coins is part of your generation.
Because you have no idea what that is. What idea what the heck's a coin? What is that? Well, if you ever go to Aldi's, you need a coin.
I'm that person who walks around with everything in their hand when they go to Aldi's.
All right, you're calling heads or tails. What would you like?
Oh man, I have to call it, man. Heads.
Okay, heads it is. Okay. What we got? And you win.
Yay!
You win. So
Empire helped you survive.
Empire survives. All right, so the next two we have is Brooklyn Nine-Nine versus Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Hands down, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep, Brooklyn Nine-Nine all the way.
It's just more funny, and that guy, I don't know his name. Is that Andy
Sanchez?
Yeah,
Andy
he
Sanchez.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
He needs to do more movies. He is hilarious.
He's got a song out there too. Something about being on a boat or something like that. You know, I don't know.
What? I'm gonna have to go try to find it because I know he was in that one funny movie where he was playing like a singer or a rapper or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That was that song. Yeah, it was him.
Was that when him and Pink was in a video together?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at again on that. I'm not really sure on that one. Maybe, possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go check. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Okay, so these are here's some big ones here now. We have Orange is the New Black versus GOT, Game of Thrones.
Orange is the New Black versus Game of Thrones. Oh. That's hard. Who put those two up together? Who thought that was a good decision to make?
I'm going with Orange. I'm going Orange.
I've never watched Orange is the New Black.
So I will go with Orange, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
And her name is, I think I want to say her name correctly, Laverne Cox. She is actually the first transgender black female actually to be on the first recorded actually streaming service company.
Okay.
So Most definitely. That's why we'll definitely in that way. I've seen them both, but I never got into Game of Thrones. I don't know.
I think because I really haven't watched Game of Thrones either, but I think if I really have to sit down and watch one, I probably will find Orange is the New Black more entertaining. So I think I'm gonna have to go Orange is the New Black with that one.
Okay, we're going with that one. Okay, so the Game of Thrones, all those people will be very sad that their GOT is gone. Be very sad.
Yeah, they just gonna have to be sad because there's nothing I can do about that one.
Next two we have is Community versus Bates Motel.
Ooh, that's a good one. Community versus Bates Motel. Oh, I actually watched both these shows, and that Bates Motel, it was so many twists and turns when it came to that series that I was just like, whoa. But to put it up against that's a hard decision. Do I vote against the serious one or do I go vote against the funny one? I don't know.
I'm going Community. I like Community.
I don't know. Hey Tammy, how you doing? Tammy, we doing a TV tournament on the podcast right now, and the decision is between the TV show Community and Bates Motel, and I don't know who to vote for. What you think I should vote for? Because I have no clue. I don't know. That is so hard. Do I vote against funny? Hey, you don't look. You lucky it's on TikTok. I think I'm about to go Community.
You go Community? Okay. So Bates is out the door.
Yeah. Stop licking your balls.
All right. So the next one we have is Justified, which is a Western, kind of a Western,
Justified
versus Blue Mountain State.
I
don't think I've heard of that second one. Justified.
Blue Mountain State was like the TV version of American Pie that used to come on TV.
Oh, okay.
And I used to watch Blue Mountain State every week, so I'm gonna have to go Blue Mountain State.
All right, so we're gonna go Blue Mountain State for the win.
Yeah, Blue Mountain State is a pretty good show.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one. Ooh, this one's hard. All right, both of these are like pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
They're both kind of basic, kind of drama, action, adventure type thing. White Collar versus Suits.
Oh no!
This is hard because
that's like trying to make me pick between One Tree Hill and Supernatural. No,
this is hard. I like them both.
Yes. Oh my god. Because you got Matt Bomer versus Matt Bomer versus the other guy that showed the Meghan Markle show. Oh my god, I don't know the lead character name. Can't remember. I think you'll have me watch Suits tonight when I go tonight. I'm gonna have to go. Oh my god, Claire, why did you put these two together? I think I'm gonna have to go Suits.
Oh gosh, I love them both. This is so hard.
Yeah, it's so hard because
I love them both. I really love them both.
Such good shows.
They are both solid shows. It'll keep you glued to your seat.
Yes,
the whole entire show. They do not. You don't get bored other than see the stupid commercials.
Although I have seen the whole entire Suits, White Collar series.
Yeah.
I have not yet finished the whole entire Suits series, but what I have seen so far, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go with Suits.
Ugh.
That kid is too smart for his good on that show.
All right, so now we're gonna go. So there's one that actually we're not touching yet because that's actually at the end here, but that will show. We'll get. They'll eventually get into the group, but it's called This Is Us. Actually, that's the last one. So we're not worried about that one. That one's on its own right now. So eventually it'll come down the line.
Okay.
All right. So next we have is New Girl versus Mr. Robot.
I think we need to stop doing these brackets after this one. This is like life changing. I feel like these are life changing decisions. Like I feel like these brackets are going to determine what I'm gonna watch for the next year. So.
No. It won't hurt your feelings or nothing like that. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
Um, I think I gotta go, Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I'm going Mr. Robot too. Yep. So New Girl's out. Yep. All right. So the next one we have is Empire versus Pose.
As much as I love you, Pose, I still gotta go with Empire. I feel like more Empire had a bigger audience than Pose, so I'm gonna have to go Empire.
All right. So the next one we have is Brooklyn Nine-Nine versus Orange is the New Black.
You're gonna make me pull my hair out. You're literally gonna make me have to pull out my hair. What? Who would have thought the 2010s would have had so much good shows?
You know what? I will say that they did a very good job. I say a lot of these broadcast companies and streaming services did a great job actually looking into making some very good, like you weren't, this stuff you're glued to the TV to watch. And not just watching.
Right.
So you're watching a whole series or series. You know,
exactly.
Series. I mean, I think they did a great job, really, to be honest with you, really. All right, so I'm going to go Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm going to do that.
What was the options again?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine versus Orange is the New Black.
I think if it came down to if I had to watch any of the, I would probably pick Brooklyn Nine-Nine over Orange is the New Black.
All right, so they're
if it was like if I had to choose between what I was watching, yeah, definitely.
Right. Okay, so now we have Community versus Blue Mountain State.
What kind of shenanigans is this going on? Community versus Blue Mountain State. Community versus Blue Mountain State.
I'm going Community. I like Community.
To be honest, yeah, because Community did have more seasons. Yeah, and when you mention Blue Mountain State to a lot of people, they're like, "What?" So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Community.
I mean, some of these shows that we've talked about over the different brackets, actually, there's some I've seen, not all, but maybe this is not a bad idea to actually go and check in them. So, I mean, as everyone's hearing these podcasts, check some of these, TV shows out. Maybe you might find some you'd hooked on, and who knows? Maybe you actually will leave us a note saying, "Hey, you know what? I watched this show and I really liked it." So, I mean, by all means, we're here to have fun, have a good time.
I have officially watched season 2 of Love Victor 3 times already. It's only been out for a week.
We're gonna have a movie night over at Martel's. We're gonna bring the popcorn, and then we're gonna watch Love Victor. We're gonna watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will sit there. I mean, we have to plan. We have to start that at like 5-6 o'clock because that's about a good.
How long is it?
4 hours of TV watching.
Oh no! Wait, is that oh, it's Love Simon. I'm thinking about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. You Love Simon is the movie. That's like almost 2 hours long.
So I got to see that first.
You got to see that first before you watch Love Victor.
Then I can come down to your house and then we can watch Love Victor. So I have to get after that. So that's on my agenda. That will get done before the end of this month.
Yeah, I'm telling you, episode 6 is going to make you cry. I cried every time I watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like Marcus. I cried like a big old baby.
Oh no. All right, so here's our last two we have now. Suits versus This Is Us.
Suits versus This Is Us. I think Suits still makes new episodes. I think I'm gonna have to vote Suits.
Suits, yep. So This Is Us is actually out. So that one we didn't get last time, but we get it on this round. So that one is out. That one didn't even make it that far.
Right.
And already left.
That poor thing. It had a freebie. a buy round.
It got a little buy round and a little hump over, yeah. All right, so now we're getting down to it. Mr. Robot versus Empire.
Mr. Robot versus Empire. Mr. Robot, as much as I love you, I don't think you compare to Empire, so I'm gonna vote Empire over
right,
Mr. Robot.
Empire comes up for the win. I agree. Empire definitely does. I did watch some of it, so. All right, now this is gonna be hard. Okay. Brooklyn Nine-Nine versus Community.
Why?
They're both good. There's the problem. I love them both.
And they both have such an amazing star-studded cast. So this is so hard to choose.
They do. They do.
Oh my God. What? Why? Why?
Should we ask the audience out there? See what they can say about
it? They disappeared on me.
And I got nobody either on my side. Oh no.
Lord. Okay,
here we go. Coin flipping. Oh. Okay, so which one do you choose? It's head. So which one do you choose? So I'm gonna go Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So if we're gonna split this.
Okay, yeah, let's go Brooklyn Nine-Nine then. Okay. Because I'm like, that's a decision I can't make.
Okay.
I can't make that decision.
So now we have worked our way all the way through down to 3 left. Went from 20, and we really busted them all down to 3. That's how crazy we in a short amount of time went from a large chunk to a small chunk.
Large, small.
So
now
we're gonna go Empire versus Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I gotta go Empire.
And I'm going Empire. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but Empire takes the win.
I almost went with Brooklyn Nine-Nine just because Juicy Smouye almost ruined it for me, but yeah.
So guess what? We have them all wiped down to 2. 2 left. Okay. 2 major ones. We have an action adventure one, and we have a music recording one.
Okay.
So we have Suits versus
No.
This is the big 2 here. This is we passed the final 4. Now we're on the big 2. This is the championship game.
What?
I'm going Suits. I'm voting Suits. That's it right now.
To be honest, just because that final season of Empire was kind of trash, yeah, I gotta vote Suits. I gotta vote Suits.
So Empire does end it out. And I'm looking over my list to make sure. And guess what? Empire is the winner.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with it. No. Suits is the winner. Just kidding. We lost Empire. And I'm messing with him to see what he's going to do. Just kidding. No. So okay. Suits, the TV show Suits from, I believe I can actually say that is from, I believe AMC.
USA Network.
Or USA. Okay. It's from USA Network. Well, congratulations to them. Good job, those guys, for actually making a really good show that's actually still out and about. We had some great contenders.
Great contenders.
do we want to finish up our rounds and get this completed, or are we gonna wait?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna figure out the best TV show of these 4 decades. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna get this written up here, and we'll get this together. So
yeah, this is a definitely. This is gonna be such a hard decision.
Just think. Now we have Suits from 2010. We have The Big Bang Theory from the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have. So we had a hard time picking this one. And this was actually a split one. So we'll just leave it as a split one. We actually had that 70s show and Charmed for the 90s. So we're actually going to have both of them because you and I actually had a tie there.
Okay.
So we're actually going to have them both in there.
Okay.
So that's 70s show and Charmed.
Oh, this is going to be so hard.
So,
hey Q, how's it going?
And then the biggest one from the 80s is when 4 women.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. I forgot what comes after that.
You're a friend and a confidant. I knew it. Really?
I forgot.
I knew it.
It's the wine.
Oh yeah. You could drop me off right now. No figures, right? You know. So we actually have five of them here because we actually did have a split on the 90s TV shows. So we have, starting out with the 80s, we have our favorites, Martel's and Crystal's favorite. We actually have the Golden Girls from the 80s. Mm-hmm. They are one of the best. In the 90s, we had a tie-up with That 70s Show and Charmed. Both very good shows. One, That 70s Show was based in Wisconsin.
Hello, Wisconsin!
The Big Bang Theory, we know, was all about nerds and comedy. Really what it was. They are still going strong, I believe. I think
Big Bang Theory? No, they ended.
Oh, they did end.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just Young Sheldon that's on now.
Oh, that's okay. And our most recent one we actually had done in the 2010s was Suits, the TV show Suits.
And I believe they are on season 9 right now.
So we have 5. We're down to the big 5 now. It's the big 5 here. These are just like your tournaments if you were doing in your brackets for basketball in March, the March Madness thing. Mm-hmm. Except this is July. So July Madness. It's July Madness for the TV shows. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go. July
Madness.
Here
we go.
All right. So here we go. We're going to start it out. Okay. We're going to start out with, we'll go from the 80s and go up to 2010. All right. So we have the Golden Girls versus Charmed.
Oh my God. Why would you do this to me? Oh, I love Piper so much. I think I gotta go Charmed.
Going Charmed. All right, so I love Golden Girls. I do love them.
I guess we got to do a coin toss.
No, hold on. I do love them, but we're going with Charmed. So I hate to tell you, but the Golden Girls are on the road. Sorry to say. The Golden Girls are on the road. Sorry to say. That's a sad thing. All right, so now we have Charmed versus That 70s Show.
I'm still going with Charm. I love That 70s Show, but I feel like I can sit down and watch Charm more than I can sit down and watch That 70s Show.
All right, so we got a tie. So I will get my coin back out here. And me and Martel chose heads.
And so those who watching the video version, this is Tommy, by the way. He's being naughty, but
hi, Tommy.
Tommy, no, you can't. No, you can't be right here, buddy.
Oh, bummer. It's tails for the win. So we have we have to say goodbye to.
Sorry, Charmed. I tried.
All right, so now we have That 70s Show versus The Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory all the way.
Yeah, Big Bang all the way. Yep. So that means That 70s Show is out the door.
Bye, That 70s Show.
So we have lost all our 80s and 90s contenders. We have lost them all. Now, here's the big two, the 2000 and 2010s have come up. The Big Bang Theory versus Suits. This is like, Martel's like, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
Right, hey, like, why would you want to do this to me? What? Christmas trees. Suits. I gotta go Suits.
And I am going with Suits.
Yay!
So guess what? Guess what our big winner is here? Ladies and gentlemen, from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, ladies and gentlemen, the official TV show is
Suits.
Woo! Suits with a solid win.
Suits has won best TV show over the 80s, 90s, and 2000s and 2010s.
Congratulations to the TV show Suits. Congratulations, USA Network. Great job. Great job.
Yeah, you guys did it.
Great job. You know, you beat out the Golden Girls, Charmed, That 70s Show, and the Big Bang Theory. You beat all them out.
My brother would be so disappointed that I voted against Big Bang Theory.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes. So, Suits, congratulations for the win. We tip your hat. There we go.
Oh, I should have wore a hat.
That's good enough. It was good enough. It works. That
I should
works
have
good.
wore
That's
a
good
hat.
enough. That's okay. Hey, look at it this way. Even though Charm was tied with that 70s show for the 90s, just think. We came out. We actually agreed on a lot of these TV shows. We actually did have the same, you know,
Yeah,
same common ground, which I think is, to me, is phenomenal. Um, I thought that was great. We were not able, and now it's too bad. There was a lot of good ones out there. There was, let's just throw a few out there. Everyone loves Raymond. From the '90s was a good one. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Back in the '80s, even Night Court, Miami Vice. There were some good ones out there.
I still don't understand Night Court. I still don't.
You'll have to watch it.
I still do not understand that show. Like,
you have to watch that in regular
who thought it was a good idea to make a TV show about going to court at night? Like, who thought that was a good idea?
I think it was funny. It's funny. It was good. It was good. But don't forget. Saved by the Bell started out in 1989 and went through the 90s. And don't forget, if you were late to class.
I mean, yeah, true.
Saved by the Bell.
True. I mean, because I think I was a little bit young for Saved by the Bell too. So I think by the time Saved by the Bell was ending, I was probably just born.
Yeah, that's okay. You're just a youngster. That's okay.
Sadly.
That's okay. Hey, look at this one. We had a lot of great TV shows, even the 2000s. You know that? You had The Office, Parks and Rec, How I Met Your Mother, Scrubs.
All iconic shows.
Gilmore Girls, Grey's Anatomy with Dr. Steamy.
Oh yeah,
Dr. McDreamy, you mean? McDreamy.
Yeah, Dr. McDreamy. Yeah,
McDreamy. Everyone wanted McDreamy. Everybody wanted him. Oh yeah, I tell you.
So, while we're on here, before we go, so I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was saying like how today like there's really no like scripted LGBT shows that like to relate to today's world. Like I feel like they just have TV shows where they just throw gay characters in there just to make the community feel included. But there's not really shows where the main characters are based on the community. And I said my goal one day is to actually start my own production company, and where I produce, TV shows, like scripted TV shows for the community. Like there's not really nothing besides for Love Victor. There's really nothing for teenagers or people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on. So I was like, and then like they was like, well, there's the subscription service, like Here TV. It's like, I'm like, no, I'm thinking bigger than a subscription service. So I'm like no, like how come we can't have like a TV show on Fox or USA Network or TNT and all these other stations, like basic cable channels that where the lead role characters are a member of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said one day that's something that I want to do. I want to be that person who brings them kind of TV shows to TV. Is my goal.
The podcast could take us to who knows where that could go, and I would love to be part of that train. And let's hope we can get there. Really.
So you guys out there, do your best to support this podcast. Even if you're not even part of the LGBT community, and you just like an ally or something like that, still support the podcast. Like I said, like it's not gonna be TV shows where it's just basically all gay. Like there's gonna be straight characters and so on. It's just like that representation out there for the community is not there. Like there's not a TV show out there that's based on a single male who's gay in the dating world at 40, or somebody that's transgender and looking for love. Like there's no TV shows or like movies or anything out there that's like based on times now that's really out there. Like when they do come out with like LGBTQ movies now, it's like mostly comedy stuff. It's all the same stuff, like stuff they were still putting out like in the early 2000s, late 2000s. Like, no, we need something that represents the community today. And my goal is to be that person who brings that stuff to basic cable, the basic TV.
And that's a great idea. Even if, even if it's, even if we, just start out with just doing live, like we're doing podcasting next, talk about, and this broadcast is not your typical, we're not the typical podcasters where we're just going to have a agenda or have what's going on for itinerary. We will actually get into little details, and we'll kind of go into different perspective on things. How many, really, to be honest with you, I don't know if anyone except you and I, Martel, actually out there, and just doing the research myself, I haven't seen anyone else in the LGBTQ community actually podcasting. So, first of all, hands off to you, sir, for starting this operation.
Thank you.
Hands off to me for actually decided to jump on the train and have a little fun with this. Because I do love it. I wanted it to be a disc jockey a long, long time ago, but this podcast thing is, to me, I think it's fun. I have a lot of my family members listen to it. Now they listen to it because they hear you and I, and it's a big deal, and then they tell their friends. And then that's just gonna keep growing as people tell people.
Right. I've heard somebody say like I hope you find, like, I was complaining about having to go back to work, and it was like, I hope you find a career or a job that makes you happy. Unlike podcasting makes me happy. If I could make a living off of this, I would be so happy.
Oh, this would be fun. If all you did this, you would just had a podcast, you do it like maybe twice a week, and the rest of it would be other activities,
Right.
That'd be a blast.
1 second. Okay, yay. So yeah. So like I say, podcasting is something that I really want to make a career out of doing. Because it's like, I was like today, like I said, this week, I shouldn't say this, at the time of this recording, this is my first week back at work since October and working in my department. And I walked in there that first day, like everybody was happy to see me. Like I missed a lot of my coworkers that I work with, but at the same time, it was like I walk in, like all of them had like this very unhappy, miserable face when I went in. And it's like, it's so many unhappy people there. And it's like the energy around there is it's terrible. And it used to be a place where I actually enjoy going to. Now it's like I wake up and hate that I got to go there. And that's just how bad it's gotten.
In my job too. I do enjoy my job. I'm now an assistant manager for my job, which is awesome. Went through classes, passed everything. And I do enjoy my job, but I got to say though that just some days working by myself doing a lot. You talk about how many you got to do, and I tell you what I got to do, and it's like, holy man, it's a lot.
It's crazy because like right now I'm only there 4 hours a day, and that 4 hours is like I'm still miserable just for them 4 hours.
Yeah, and that's bad,
So
you should never be unhappy with your job, because if you're unhappy with your job, then just things are not
exactly. So I'm doing my best now to get out of that situation and use this podcast as an outlet to get me to where I want to go, and hopefully it gets me there. And with the support of all you out there listening, it will get me there.
Let's hope so. We're going to be working on a kind of after the cast. Well, after the cast, we're working on that. That'll be hopefully soon. We don't really have a start date on that, but that'll be a subscription only. Bonus, maybe randomly talk. We'll see what we're going to talk
for
about.
those who have Apple Podcasts. So it'll be a subscription only service to Apple Podcasts where you get exclusive content, basically, through Apple Podcasts that we're going to be, venturing off trying to do. So just let y'all guys know that's just a project that's in the works.
We haven't really set a date or we haven't plans. We actually have to get down to work. So we will get to it. We're letting Martel get back in the swing of things, first of all, before we get into the next stage of things, this and that. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get somebody to line us up we'll get a website up. So if there's anybody out there knows it's really good with building websites, next we're going to try to get a website up, and we're going to try to keep on stepping up our game here a little at a time. And
you guys, let me know what you guys think about Mark being on the podcast, because this episode came out before this one. So let me guys know. And he's actually a big supporter of us now. So make sure you go check out his podcast. It's I always mess up with that word. Mementos with Mark. I always mess up this word. I gotta
Mimosas with Mark.
I keep messing up this dang thing. Yes.
So if you check him out with
Mementos with Mark.
Yes,
I gotta stop drinking.
Mimosas with Mark. If you go check him out.
Is that the name? Yes, that's the name of the podcast. Yes.
I don't know. I just handling it off, but I really hope that's what it is.
I had to close my eyes and think about it. Like, wait, hold on.
Oh boy.
Yes, it is. It's really. I actually listened to a few episodes and I said go over and check them out. From one podcast to a podcaster to another, I have no problem with supporting other podcasters whatsoever. So head over and check out his podcast. I was grateful to have him on as a guest. So make sure you guys go over there and check that out.
Yeah. Awesome. And I mean, it's so awesome. And we will be, hopefully we're working on trying to get some audience members to actually just sit in and actually watch us actually do the podcast so they can see the live and actually what we're doing. We actually did have a large group a few episodes ago, which we're talking about in May, mental health awareness. So, we will maybe we'll see about getting our next episodes. Maybe we'll see about.
We got to get your TikTok husband to do an episode with you.
Oh yes, we'll have to talk with him.
Get Crystal's TikTok husband.
TikTok husband. Yeah. I don't know how many I have, 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember. No, I don't know.
Oh Lord.
I don't know.
I told you when I kept texting you, and I told you, bow chicka wow wow.
No, I wasn't. I was doing other things. I'm actually looking for vehicles. I was searching for the next, the next Australian sports car, or something like that.
I want to say thank you to all you who tuned in to this episode. A Same Cast, Different Day podcast. I'm your host, Martel Rowland. You can find me on Facebook, which is Martel Rowland 1. It should be at Martel Rowland 1 on Facebook. You can go there, like the Martel Rowland Facebook page. And then you can head over to the Same Cast, Different Day Facebook page and like that one. And you can also find me on Instagram at Martel Rowland.
And I'm Crystal B. And you can find me at Crystal B at Facebook. You can find me at TikTok at Miss Care Bear WI. You can also find me at Snapchat at DJ Care Bear 131.
For old people.
Reach out to me.
Oh, just remember, you can follow me on TikTok at Martel Rowland on TikTok.
Don't forget about that, dude. That's right. You're right. Yeah, don't forget, by the way, Martel Rowland is on TikTok, so do follow him. Actually, we will I'll be trying to do some little duets with him, or actually trying to get the podcast out there. So if you see us on there, you see us doing duets against each other. That's what we're doing. We're promoting the podcast, and something I'll be doing probably tomorrow before I go to this party. So
thank you all for listening, and hopefully you tune in next week to our shenanigans.
Have a good one, everyone.